Hello, everyone. I wanted to bring back a little bit of the video portion of our newsletter just so those parents could listen to different things rather than scrolling through the phone and reading what might be in our newsletter or in the abundance of emails that do get sent from time to time. I'm going to try to go through some of this pretty quickly, but of course, you can play it back if you're interested. You can just listen to this if you don't want to have to look at me, and that's okay too. Uh, and I will be reading some of this from notes I took just to be sure that I'm as efficient as I can and respectful of your time. First, I just want to wish everybody a wonderful holiday. Coming back refreshed in 2019. Hopefully, you're going to enjoy the time as we all do. It can be a stressful time, but do try to relax. And if you're traveling somewhere, please be safe. The first half of the school year has been very rewarding, and as with anything that can be rewarding, we have challenges. We have the heat, we have parking issues here. With the amount of spaces we have, we just trying to organize events at school, organize holiday parties, or just organizing your daily lives at home can be stressful. With all the different things you have on your schedule and work and traffic, and getting your kids to and from places. I've been there. I'm still there to an extent, although my 3 adult children give me a different perspective, as this is my first year in public education, without a child who's in the K-12 setting. So that's been very interesting to me. So when people ask me about my children, I have 3 at home, and then during the day I have 625 here. We really do enjoy you sending your child here each and every day. Some of the highlights from the fall. Obviously, your classroom teachers between Schoology and Seesaw have been sending home different things, highlighting different things. Education has become way more transparent because of this than ever, and that's a good thing. But with any good thing, we don't want to have too much of it, or we don't want to come to a conclusion just based on bits of information. So continue to try to gather as much information as you can. In this world of social media, it can be very stressful to have an abundance of information come at you at one time. The book club that we had with parents really opened my eyes to a lot of things. Parenting is different nowadays more than ever as we all grow in this age of social media together. Parenting it and how to manage it has been troublesome. So more than ever, we need to get together. And in meeting with probably over 15 to 20 parents throughout the book club sessions, I learned just that. Time is trying to help your kid to do things. Time is so much of a factor. Sometimes there's just not enough of it, and we can't change it. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're never going to change the time. We just have to change how we manage it ourselves. I learned that social media can be a huge factor. Wondering what other parents think of you as a parent can be a huge factor. So again, there's nothing more powerful than sitting around and having productive conversation and collaborating, and we were able to do just that. I want to thank our staff here. They do come in every single day welcoming your child. Again, any questions or concerns, we are always available for you to ask or email, reach out, have conversation. Let's do just that. There was a time, I think, when teaching was looked at as an easy profession, I guess, and summers off, and the whole 9 yards. But with it being so transparent and with parents being so involved, which is an awesome thing, I don't think it's like that anymore. It definitely isn't around here at Mary C. Every one of these staff members, from our custodian, cafeteria staff, office staff, teachers, support staff, specialists, they do work tirelessly each and every day. And as with parents who come in and talk to me about some struggles they have going on in their lives, maybe short-term or long-term, illness, divorce, sudden death in the family. These things are very real for our staff here as well. But they always do come in with a bright and smiley face, ready for your child, and please know that. I want to thank our parent volunteers this week. It's been awesome to see you and to have you prepare such wonderful activities for our children. I know that we work through the PTO with a lot of these events, and our PTO continues to work behind the scenes and does such an amazing job, and will continue to do so in the spring. So look for news for our spring fair coming in March. Take a look at our benches that were finally installed out front. That was part of the PTO. Look at the beautification of the front of our building, done by a few teachers here that work to make the entrance to our building so amazing. So I want to thank everybody for that. As always, if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. It is so important, especially nowadays, that we get the right information. I joke all the time and with parents and say, listen, if your kid comes home and tells you something horrendous that happened to them that day, take a deep breath. We do want to solve it. We do hate to see our children sad. We do hate to see them in pain. We do hate to see them feeling frustrated or anxious. But all those feelings are normal. And that's what we tell them here. We tell them that you're human. We tell them that you make mistakes. We tell them that others make mistakes. And we need to just work through those things by collaborating and talking. Even at the age of 7, they can do just that. And actually, if you are involved and see some of the conversations I have with the kids here, you'd be impressed. You'd be impressed at what you see the children can do, and you'd be very impressed with what you see your child can do. So I leave you with a few quotes that I use from time to time. If you promise initially to believe only half of what your child tells you at home goes on here at school, we'll promise to believe only half of what they tell us goes on at home. Remember, it's their lens, it's their perspective. So work together. It's our responsibility as adults to get all the information and to help guide the child through their successes and through their struggles. I often joke that say 6 parents at a bus stop don't make a majority. With that comes this quote: we seek comfort in those who agree with us, growth among those who don't. Now, that doesn't mean that the issue that might be discussed amongst a few parents isn't real. So if it's continually discussed and continually concerned, don't hesitate to reach out. Too often I see things, from other schools or just in the media about things that rise to an emotional level. Take a deep breath and ask the question, please, please, please. It is important that we get the right information. And then let's see, what else do I have? We have to be doing everything we can for the children. We know you send your precious commodity here every day. It's the most important thing you have at home. And we love having them here each and every day. We will look forward to seeing their refreshed faces on January 2nd. I'll look for another round of book club, so look out for information on that. We'll have a few days off in January and February. We have parent conferences in March, and next thing you know, it's spring. Our 3rd through 5th graders will be hearing the word PSSA. Don't stress about it, please. It's just a snapshot of an assessment that they take, but that will pretty much take up most of April, surrounded by spring break. Then, of course, May comes and hopefully warm weather and a lot of field trips. So it will be here before you know it. In the meantime, again, have a safe, relaxing holiday. Enjoy whatever it is you're going to do. Have safe travels and know that we're thinking of you and looking forward to seeing your children on January 2nd. Take care.